Hey there, guys. It's Ben here, the Gratitude Dude. Today, I have my gratitude guest, the one and only Mr. Travis Bell, the bucket list guy. How you going, Trav?
Good, mate. Good.
Great to have you in the studio once again, mate.
A
And
home studio.
sorry,
Home studio.
home studio. Yeah, well, yeah, isolation. What a
Yeah.
what a great time to be doing that. So, mate, thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. Obviously, this is for my gratitude post, and first of all, I want to say what I'm grateful for you. Your certainly your mentorship over the years with obviously speaking and also the bucket list program and coaching, which we'll get into a little bit later.
Yeah,
But
pleasure.
as this is about gratitude, mate, I've also been doing a bit of looking at some of the benefits of gratitude. It's mental and physical. There's some pretty major stuff that happens that obviously has come into my own life as well. But I'd
Yeah.
like to know three things that you're grateful for today,
Today it is
right now,
10:43,
as in right now,
10:43 a.m. I'm
Eastern
grateful for,
Standard Time.
I'm yeah. I'm grateful for Zoom, which I will thank. Well, before coronavirus, I was thankful for Zoom, but I'm actually thankful for coronavirus. I'm thankful for the corona cyclone that we find ourselves in because we're radically adapting and innovating and collaborating like we are right now, mate, and using Zoom to do that is definitely one thing that I've done a lot of, especially over the last month, and way more than I have in the past. And I don't know why I haven't, but it's forced me out, into outside my comfort zone. And it's been amazing. And I think a lot of people around the world are experiencing the same. Had an amazing coffee this morning. I'm a long black drinker, and Tracy and I went to kiosk. And I'm sure you've been there before when we had the creamer, mate. You'd be proud. It was just on point. It was on
Excellent.
point. And I'm going to get one as soon as we get off this as well. They were too good to not get another one. So that was the local coffee shop. The third one, it is a really beautiful day. We're coming into winter and it's a beautiful autumn day. And I must say, I'm not thankful for the lack of surf. I'm not grateful for that. I wish there was more surf, but I am thankful for how sunny it is. So can't wait to do the coffee and a little bit of a sit down into the sun.
Yeah, it's a bit of a first world problem when the surf's not good, isn't it?
Yeah, especially
We
when
are blessed.
you've got a house looking over the surf,
Yeah,
and it's a real first world problem.
yeah. Normally when you talk, you're obviously out there and you're showing me the view, which is lovely. And obviously we're talking about Ocean Grove in Victoria, Australia. Okay, so we're grateful for Zoom, good coffee.
Coronavirus and
Sorry,
coronavirus and coffee
coronavirus,
and the
coffee.
weather.
So it's right. Thanks. I appreciate the bonus,
Yeah, I
30%
went for.
extra.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my coffee wasn't as good. And I will not name the cafe because I don't want to shame them this morning.
No. Well, you are a coffee snob, mate, because you are one of the best. You are very good in that department yourself, being in the hospitality game, and so you're. I think you taught me to be even more of a coffee snob. To be, if I reflect on that.
Yeah, well, that's one thing. I'm not a coffee snob. My family life is the cafe guy. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yes, no, it's always employed people who know more than you do, as far
Yeah,
as that's
yeah,
concerned.
yeah.
So, no, that was I'm looking forward to another one. So, I'd love to hear a story, and I think you've got a good one that about something that happened to you in the past that at the time, and we're talking about coronavirus and how you can look at it in two ways. You can look at it as an opportunity to adapt and change and grow, or you can look at poor me sort of situation, I suppose, and how hard it is. And I know a lot of people are doing it hard, but I'd love to hear a story that something you've gone through that at the time was just crap, but now you're grateful that it happened because it's brought you to where you are.
Oh, look, that's really easy. My breakdown before breakthrough moment, or my confusion before clarity moment, my storm before the rainbow moment, was actually when I became the bucket list guy. To be honest, I went through a bout of depression, pretty sad patch of my life. I'd grown a business, so I grew out of love of it. I became someone that I didn't like, and and it was all that, and there were some really cancerous people in my life and in my business. This is an Australian-wide business, and it just got on top of me. And instead of going on heavy antidepressants, because I knew some people on antidepressants who were like walking around like zombies, I it scared the shit out of me, to be honest. I dug into personal development and also exercise, that's when I actually started my gratitudes, funnily enough, which we'll get into a little bit later about my daily habits that I continue to this day, and as you know. But I found myself in personal development seminars and learning positive psychology and NLP, and just to really self-heal. And it was actually in one of these seminars, where you're walking on fire, you're hugging it out and high-fiving it with strangers, you're breaking boards and breaking arrows and bending bars and God knows what. You're crying on the shoulders of strangers, and then it was actually a friend of mine at the time said, hey, why don't you teach this stuff? And it helped me sort of compartmentalize what I was kind of going through. And I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on courses and coaches and whatnot. And then I put on a seminar, and it was, on reflection, it was crap compared to what I do now. And I was so scared, but it really helped put everything in perspective. And it was, all the personal development, all the business stuff that I'd learned. And it was a 3-hour seminar, the Western Bulldogs rooms. And I, up there in Melbourne, and I put it on, and and at the end of it, someone called me the bucket list guy, and I went home and registered the domain name, thebucketlistguy.com. That was 10 years ago. And with no idea how the hell I was going to monetize it, how it just felt right. And same as gratitude for you, right? And it just, it was that breakdown before breakthrough moment. And that's when I become really, like, the noise stopped and I become really clear, and I completely changed my life and my business. And I got out of that business, started this new one.
Your business was personal training, wasn't it?
Personal fitness training studios around Australia. So I love the end product of personal training because I'm actually helping people, but there was some shit going on that that just didn't match what I wanted, and I just found myself getting really angry and beaten down by some of the things that were happening. And I'm actually thankful for those people, funnily enough, that made all that happen. You got to love Facebook reminders. Something popped up the other day, and I just went, "Oh, that's right. If it wasn't for him and the bitch that was there, I wouldn't have been here. So thank you."
Yeah. And in hindsight,
thank you for that gift. Wonder what he's doing now.
And something you said was, like about the diversity, and that's what I love. And I love, thank you for sharing your story, because, like, I know you on a personal level, and when you see you obviously you speak on big stages, and and I've done some, obviously, your coaching speakers in the speaker field, and how humble you are and what you get out of people. So thanks for sharing.
Thanks for saying I'm humble.
Sorry? No, I said you mumble. You mumble.
Not humble, you prick. So, yeah. Okay. So I mumble. All right. Good.
So moving forward now,
Coach. Thanks.
Show us the wrist, mate.
There you go. That's branding.
So bucket
next
list.
level branding. I think it's wearing it. Way there.
Yeah.
Maybe no.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, no, that doesn't come off.
Surprised?
Shit, it's on there for good. But no, that was part of the bucket list, and obviously, I'm proud of the brand. I'm proud of what we've created, and what we're creating going forward with all you guys. We've just opened up in our 19th country with Bucket List Coach, and we've got a couple more to open. And it's great. I feel that we've only just begun to, which is absolutely awesome. So at the end of the day, this whole journey is less about. I'm really grateful for. It's less about me, more about we, and more about the legacy and the kind things that we can do for other people to help them get into more of a happier place, to fight things like depression, anxiety, the overprescription of antidepressants, and even this thing which is relatively new on the spectrum, called the loneliness epidemic. I think we've got some awesome tools, Ben, to go out there and actually help people. And I know it already has for the last 10 years. And now we can really scale that up and leverage the message through our coaches.
Yeah, just for anyone watching this, I'm actually one of your certified bucket list coaches because I see the vision and love helping people and love ticking things off my bucket list.
Yeah.
But a bucket list isn't just about travel, is it? So.
No, it's not. And bucket list isn't just about a whole heap of cool stuff you want to tick off either. It's really about how a person reverse engineers every aspect of their life in order to make that stuff come to fruition, right? And it's the growth of them on that journey towards that destination. But more importantly, it's about the other version of us, the bigger version of us, the other person that we don't know on the other side, is what we all should get excited about. The person that we don't know yet. And that's called our potential. And I encourage everyone to, explore and discover their own potential while they still can, so they can have a regret-free life rather than a regretful life.
Yeah,
and
beautiful.
I think a bucket list really exposes us to ourselves.
One of the things that I really love, because I've run a couple of programs, both, we're running them online because of the current situation, but the live stuff, what I really love is the reverse bucket list. Is that when you get people to share the stuff they've done in their life and then remind them of how cool and some, amazing that they are in themselves. That's the most exciting bit I find.
That is a big gratitude exercise, as you know, and it's the foundation of what makes positive psychology. You can set goals, you can do all these things off into the future, but if you don't recognize, appreciate, and pay thanks to the things that you've already done, gratitude, you're nowhere. It gives you such a good, strong, and heartwarming foundation for you to then, rather than live by default, live by design, and truly want to live by design, because it helps people realize that shit, I've done all this sort of stuff by default. I really didn't put a lot of thought into it. I just kind of did it. And what if I actually got together with a coach and I actually put some thoughts in place and really purposely designed this stuff? Imagine what could happen. And that's what we've seen. Yeah. People getting really grateful and then getting extremely powerful in the moment when they start designing.
Yeah. Well, if you just look at my background picture here,
Marrakesh.
See that? That's out of Marrakesh. It's actually an old Ural motorcycle. I think it's the old one. That might be the new version actually, but I was riding old ones. But that's a Casbah there where it's gone blank on me.
You were rocking the Casbah where?
Yeah. No, who was it? There was someone recorded the album, really famous. And then the name escapes me right now, which is great.
Can you
hadn't prepared that bit. But I rode this motorcycle through out to the Agafay Desert. I didn't plan that, and I had I was working in Marrakesh for a few months on and off riding these motorcycles. And if I knew that existed, I would have put it on my bucket list, but I didn't.
Yeah. A lot of people don't, but we've got to go there to experience other things. A lot of people don't even put Marrakesh on their bucket list. So how the hell are you going to know? How are you going to know to do this stuff? See, and these are beautiful side effects of our bucket lists, but we've got to go to these places or do these things along. The example, for instance, you put a marathon on the bucket list, which a lot of people do, and I know that you did, and you rang me about halfway through.
That's because I was going so slow that I could.
Yeah, there you go. So, but the thing is, when people do things like that, then before you know it, it affects their, it could affect their social circle. It obviously affects their health. In a great way. It's, they start hanging around with fit people. They start, it affects maybe their family ecosystem. They become a healthier family ecosystem. So it has and the energy benefit of actually training for something like that and the achievement that comes from it. Who knows what else you can do, but it has a massive flow-on effect to other areas of your life. And I think that's the unwritten awesome bit that happens. You know, the ripple effect of just putting something on your list and then going and doing it.
Yeah, yeah. It's, and you're like, obviously I've written a book. That was one of the probably scariest things, putting that stuff out too, which is then you become, well, the world didn't fall down around me. And I've got a couple of cousins who have just pushed out some, video clip, first YouTube video clip. Okay, it's heavy metal sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's normally my genre, but I was just so proud, that,
Yeah.
because they're putting themselves out. I said, I messaged him, say, hey, you're courageous,
Yeah.
just get out and do it. I mean, who cares at the end of the day what people think?
Yeah, that's like publicly declaring your goals is actually a powerful step to actually achieving them, believe it or not. It's one of the, if you want to lose weight, go out and tell everyone on Facebook how much you're going to lose. And I bet you'll get a lot of supporters. You won't get a lot of haters. You get a lot of supporters. And then next level, go, all right, who can hold me accountable to this? And you'll see a truckload of people get behind you and check in on your journey. So you feel that through public humiliation, you don't want to let anyone down.
Yeah.
And so I reckon that's where social media is awesome as well. Like, and that's been awesome. And how you arrived at the gratitude dude is the fact that you did, I don't know, how many gratitudes in a row now?
728, I think it is.
Right, and you've done that for no reason other than yourself, and then you've built a following around it. You've got some engagement around it, but you've taken people on that, on that journey, and that's the great thing about it. I think, but you in doing that and putting yourself out on social media, you got to not care. You got to really develop the I don't give a fuck muscle. Because everyone's so busy being busy that everyone's not sitting around. All your mates, your family aren't just sitting around going, oh, I can't wait till Ben does his first blog post or first video because I am just sitting here waiting to hate on hate on it. It's like, they don't give a fuck. They're too busy in their own world. So no one really cares, but it is a really good accountability tool, social media and going after these big goals. And I encourage everyone to, 10x their goals and to go out there and even bigger. Like, who cares? If they're going to hate on you, they're going to hate on you for smaller things just as much as big things. So fuck it.
Yeah. What's really lovely is when you do get the people go their way to message you and say, hey, I really love that, or thank you. I've had a few of those, and some from people that I actually totally admire and aspire to be like, and have said thanks. Like, wow, that's just such a great thing.
The world is a pretty supportive place when you put it out there in a positive way.
Yeah,
it really is, and you do it with the right intentions. And so I encourage everyone, like this whole bucket list phenomenon is we do group coaching, as you know. We do group coaching because we actually use the social dynamic, the positive peer pressure that comes with a bigger group in order to keep each other accountable, and also have the resources show up for each other, where someone might know someone that can actually help collapse that time frame between goal and achievement of that goal, who could be in the room that they could have known for years, but they just haven't talked about it. And you do that inside a company. It's awesome.
Yeah, well, you do it with strangers. They had strangers in the room who didn't. They're not strangers anymore because they met through the program. But they said, "Oh, I know so and so's manager," or "Oh, you should try this." And then, that's what I do really enjoy about it.
It was this one group was, this young girl put a I want to swim with the dolphins. Okay, that was on her bucket list, and then she announced it, publicly declared it within this group of about 30. And someone else said, "Oh, my family friend is the head dolphin trainer at SeaWorld. I can hook you up." Which is like,
boom,
that happened. And it's little things like that. There's a really small example of how powerful this process is. We like to do it in our virtual programs, especially our Bucket List Life Plan program, and virtual programs, and also face-to-face programs. It's extremely powerful. You can use social media to a certain extent, but having a group that's all in this together is very, very powerful for me, moving the needle forward.
Well, and talking about even the reverse bucket list before, like, you just remind me that I've swum with the dolphins and I forgot.
There
You
you
know, I
go.
swam with manta rays and sharks, and you know, it's just in the back of your mind, and you've done it, and it's gone, and
Yep.
but it brings that stuff back to you, and it's like, oh wow, yeah, I remember when I did that, and
Yeah.
yeah, so cool, mate. So our aim is to achieve how many bucket listers in the world?
We'll have 220 coaches by the end of this year. And we want to, like we're year on year, and we've had certified bucket list coaches for just over 2 years. We're about to open up in Finland. It's crazy.
The goal?
Yeah, and it's like we're opening countries where if you actually translate the word bucket list, it makes no freaking sense at all. So,
Well, it makes no sense in English.
Well, that's it. Yeah, no, it doesn't. No, it does. You're right. It makes sense. But everyone gets the life philosophy and really, like I liken what we're doing, mate. And I don't know if I've expressed this to you, like CrossFit. Everyone knows what CrossFit is. They came into a very overpopulated fitness industry and carved out their own niche, and created their own brand and their tribe and I hate to say cult-like kind of behavior in a very, that's what we're doing in life coaching. It's making life coaching more tangible. But we want to affect the lives of 10 million people. I certainly can't do that alone. So, and our mission is 10 million bucket listers. That's people going through our programs to live purposely fulfilled lives. That's what it's all about. Purposely and fulfilled. Not happy, but fulfilled lives.
Yeah. Cool, mate. Well, probably a good place to wrap it up. Thank you so much, because I know you're busy and you've got a whole bunch more of these to do. So again, it's always appreciate you give me a bit of time to have a bit of a chat.
Oh, good, man.
And we'll go out there and we'll help get those 10 million locked in. So and basically, obviously, if people want to get involved with the bucket list course, you can reach out to me or Trav. What's the website? What's the best website to go to, mate?
bucket.com/Ben-Coyle. Is that
Ben
the
Coyle?
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm on here. So thanks, mate. Have a great day, and look forward to catching up live soon.
Yeah, cool, man. Cool.
Thanks, mate. Enjoy your coffee.
Yeah, we'll do. See you, brother.
Bye.